Welcome to the PoPolitickin show. Founded in 2008, PoPolitickin is a hip-hop meets self-help brand. With each interview, we teach the babies and share success secrets with you, the listener. Past guests of the PoPolitickin show include Yo Gotti, Currency, MC Light, BG, Dead Prez, Rashida, Project Pat, and more. We also showcase the future upcoming stars of hip-hop. Subscribe on iTunes and get automatic updates of each podcast episode.
PoPolitickin.com.
Yeah. Shout out to Michael Blue, man. We're gonna make this nigga a legend.
Right now.
Hey, all I wanna do is stack grands. Living life as a black man. Do this shit for the rap fans. Done Cheeto with the rap hands. Done Cheeto with the rap hands. Being a single with the backhand. Niggas wanna be pocket watching. I'm 3-piece with a pocket watching. All I wanna do is stack grands. Living life as a black man. Do this shit for the rap fans. Done Cheeto with the rap hands. Done Cheeto with the rap hands. Beat a seagull with the backhand. Niggas wanna be pocket watching. I'm 3-piece with a pocket watching. Ask me what I'm doing in 5 years, I'm top 5. Whether I spit that written or off the noodle, boy, I'm top rhyming. Rock diamonds, VVS is a Hovier. Either way, I'm going 18K. Another fucking rappers, if I catch them slacking, I'ma hem them up, they need a full break. I'm holding treasure like the Flying Dutchman. That Dutch master with a nigga clutching. Green got me floating like the Flying Dutchman. Got me twisted like Spaghetti Junction. I've been missing what I need to function. I spent my days searching. They say it's on my person, but I cannot see it. Only these frustrations and other burdens. Maybe I should bring a burden, huh? Chop it or rock it or see what it do. Now that idea is in a furnace. I'm popping up popular, branch out like populars. I'm in love with rapping all of his opulence. So I opt the plan and no one can stop the shit. Fuck a oppin', any nigga who talking shit, run amok in any city I'm conquering. Nah, no mistaking. Rapper, baby, just the one that can make it. Perfectly ducking and dodging the flakers. I'm bringing new flavors just for the tastemakers. I'm coming for your heart just like a pacemaker. We set the new paces, you call us pacemakers. I run with remarkable thinkers, so sooner than later you're all gonna thank us. All I wanna do is stack grands. Living life as a black man. Do this shit for the rap fans. Done Cheeto with the rap hands. Done Cheeto with the rap hands. Being a single with the backhand. Niggas wanna be pocket watching. I'm 3-piece with a pocket watching. All I wanna do is stack grands. Living life as a black man. Do this shit for the rap fans. Done Cheeto with the rap hands. Done Cheeto with the rap hands. Being a seagull with the backhand. Niggas wanna be pocket watching. I'm 3-piece with a pocket watching.
Stop pointing the finger at others. Look inward. Find out what it takes. Find out if you have it. Find out if there's space. Find out if you can find your way. Then finalize function. Turn it to some. Find out if you can make it stay. I bet you can if you think you can. Find out if we agree today. Then equalize energy, balance and frequency. Resonation, make ultrasound. We make repeat till you crack the ground. Adjacent adjunct, the Flying Dutchman. Back to back, the crack in the ground. Release the tension, the ultrasound. The final tone of lower reemerged, initial note of the aqua de vita. Taste familiar like ancient wisdom. The old edition and genetic code. Deja vu built in the system, make you remember what you've always known. The ocean matter holds all answers. The piracy books the decode. The pirates I see protecting the things worth far more than just gold. The pages are filled with lessons untold, from lessons untold, from lessons unknown. Esper like the phoenix feathers. The first from the fire, the 10th in edition. Deadpool and a devout Christian. Riding backseat the bucket, I'm flipping the tape deck. Got my fingertips itching, metal fingers, nutritional facts.
All I wanna do is stack grands. Living life as a black man. Do this shit for the rap fans. Done Cheeto with the rap hands. Done Cheeto with the rap hands. Being a single with the backhand. Niggas wanna be pocket watching. I'm 3-piece with a pocket watching. All I wanna do is stack grands. Living life as a black man. Do this shit for the rap fans. Done Cheeto with the rap hands. Done Cheeto with the rap hands. Being a seagull with the backhand. Niggas wanna be pocket watching. I'm 3-piece with a pocket watching.
Welcome back to PoPolitickin.com, your home for self-help meets hip-hop. Now politicking my homie Sir Hop. How you doing, bro?
Man, I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
I'm great, man. So why they call you Sir Hop?
Honestly, man, it was a name that like the girls gave me. Like, you know what I'm saying? When I was in college, I don't know where it came from, but I liked the ring that it had, and plus the idea of knighthood around it. So I just kind of let it suck. It was wild because like it was like this one girl that called me Sir Hop. I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. And then like literally like a year later, it was a completely different chick. She was like, oh, Sir Hop. I'm like, might have to stick with that. Yeah.
All right. So talk about your background. Let us know how long you've been involved with music and how you got involved with it.
Man, let's see. I started rhyming when I was 11, making beats around like when I was about 15, and I dropped like my first couple of tapes like 2010, 2011, and I got down with this group because like for a minute I kind of went underground. And I was doing like just a lot of engineering work for other artists, and then I got down with this group. It was me and my boy Crash, and we were called RMVBM. We both rapped, we both produced, we wore a mask on stage, and you know what I'm saying? That was around 2015, and we were touring then, so I got a little bit of time. You know what I mean?
All right. Who are some of your influences?
Oh, man. MF Doom, Jay-Z, Nas, Wu-Tang Clan, Delta Funky Homo Sapien is the truth. Currency, big into Currency. And a lot of my other influences really don't even come from like rap music. It'll just be, like Cool in the Gang or who comes to mind. I know Temptations got me wanting to write music for the first time. Like that's the craziest part. So you know what I mean. Run DMC played a big part. I wanted to be Jam Master Jay. Like that's what got me into rap. Like that right there. I wanted to be Jam Master Jay.
So what about Jam Master Jay caught your attention? Because he wasn't even a rapper, so what made you say Jam Master Jay?
All right. So I saw I don't know if you ever saw like the old movie Tougher Than Leather,
Uh-huh.
but I don't know. It was just like Jay was just always like the cool, laid back one. Then it was like he provided the beats. It was just I don't know. It was just I liked the role that he played. Because me naturally I'm not really an extroverted person, so like just the way Jam Master Jay moved was just more appealing to me. At the time of my life, and I wanted to DJ also. I'm saying? And
So I'm saying who you say your current top 5 is right now.
oh, that's hard. That's hard. Like that list updates like way too often. All rappers included, or
Yeah, whoever.
okay. Doom, Kendrick, Nas. Um, Still going with Jigga. Still gotta throw him in there. So Doom, Kendrick, Nas, Jigga. That's 4. And then I don't know. It's like really interchangeable between like all the rest of the influences I named earlier. But like right now, I'm really Wu Tang. Like right now, like the Wu Tang Forever album has been
Who you
fucking.
like out of Wu-Tang the most?
Uh,
I like
Method Man and
Ghostface.
Inspector Deck.
Huh?
Method Man and Inspector Deck.
Yeah, I'm a Ghostface fan. I always like Ghostface. I would say I don't listen to MF Doom that much, but what do you like about him? Might be sleeping on him. What you like about MF Doom?
Um, he's got rhyme schemes. He's got rhyme schemes. Like that's literally the only way I can put it. Like the only person I've seen with like rhyme schemes like that get as complex as his is like maybe Sean Price. You know what I mean?
Allure.
You know what I'm saying? But like, Doom, he goes in. And plus he produces a lot of his own stuff also. So like a lot of his grooves are tight. I like the way he samples. I like the way he takes audio samples from different movies and put together like actual stories from it. The rhyme schemes are always crazy. Like Doom makes me have to look up what the fuck he's talking about. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? So I feel like I learn a lot from Doom also.
So describe your style.
Um, my style. All right. Well, I guess the best way to put it is like tailor made for real. You know what I mean? Because I don't really just like have verses and then, see if it fits to a beat. I just I hear it and I just do what I feel like is appropriate. You know what I mean? So I don't really have two verses that sound the same. But I like to say that, I'm witty. The wordplay is always going to be there. Deeper concepts, but not necessarily deeper concepts, but like I dig a little deeper. Like, even when I rap about nothing, I try to make it sound like something. Like, like, because a lot of people, they're like that's what I guess this is where the Wu-Tang influence comes in for me because a lot of times they'll rap about the same shit everybody else rap about, but it's just the way that they put it, the slang that they use, and taking that extra step to be creative and like put a little more narrative to it. That's more so my style. I like to use words. I try to be a powerful descriptor when I rhyme. You know what I'm saying? Give people like an image, give people something, actual literature. So yeah, I don't really know how to really put that in just a couple of words.
So how would you describe yourself? Someone asks you who is Sir Hop. What would you say?
I'd say laid back, yeah, active, stickler for quality, and just a guy here to tell a story. You know what I mean? Because I don't like growing up the way I did. I was always like it's two parallels. It was like the street side is like right there, but at the same time, I always had some book sense too. So it was just a blend of both. Like, so you just get a streetwise smart kid gets along with some of everybody, and can kind of talk a little bit about a little bit of everything from, investments to, what the weed going for in the street, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so what are your current projects right now?
I just put out the Allure, August 17th. And after that, right now I'm working on features and just trying to work this record. But I have already started recording the next project. I don't have a name for it yet, so we just call it TBA for now. Just call it TBA right now, and but right now the primary focus is getting content geared around the Allure to draw some more attention to it.
So how you gonna go by doing that?
Videos. Let's see. I made all but one of the beats on the Allure. So, just seeing, you ever see how like rapgenius.com has like the different videos, like the deconstruct how this beat was made or the movie references in these verses or whatever, just little things like that, just taking certain things that might be missed in the initial playthrough and just highlighting it, you know what I mean? And I think highlighting those things would build a certain amount of value around my work. Because again, like I said, some things you just don't hear when you're listening to it, or some things you might not just catch either way. And like in the way I make music, I always like to drop some Easter eggs in there or something like that, or I'm going to say something that it makes sense, but it takes a couple times to hear, or like I sample like some classical music for like the intro. So it's just it really would help like the fans figure out who I am more as a creator. So that's my goal with that, to build value around the content I already have out and for people to get to know me more as an artist and where I draw my influences from.
And what are some of your interests outside of music?
Let's see. Big into cigars. I like basketball, clothing, video gaming. Just regular dude stuff.
So what kind of sweets you like?
Swishers?
No, I'm just messing with you. What kind of cigars?
I was about to say them paper cigars.
What kind of cigars you like? What's the best cigar you had?
I can't remember the name of the best one I had, but because I used to work at a cigar store. But one of my regulars, I'll always go to the Miami Cabiguan Maduro. It's a torpedo cigar. It's Cuban seeded. It's real smooth.
And then
Real.
is it a certain way you supposed to smoke them?
Yeah.
Since you worked at a
No,
store. No.
yeah, like because it depends on what your preference is. Like some people like to punch, some people like to cut the cigars, but it's pretty much the same premise either way. You just want to puff it and get the flavor. Like me, since I smoked so much tobacco, working at that store, I had kind of a tolerance built up, so I would inhale just a little bit and get that extra buzz, but not too much because you be spinning and you stand up, man.
Oh.
And
Alright.
Perdomo was always a good brand to start with too. Nearly anything Perdomo you can do.
Man, would you just you drink anything with it or you just
I don't really drink anything with it, but if I were to drink something, it'd be whiskey.
yeah. Alright. And then what's some books you read?
Oh man. Let's see. Robert Greene really did something with 48 Laws of Power and with Mastery, but I think Mastery is probably my favorite between the two. Let's see. The rest of the books I've been reading about has been more so like industry books. It's just about the record business or just about the programs that have been coming out. But yeah, most of my books I've been reading are like educational. But I like a good I like a I like a I like a good narrative. But most of the books I've just been on has just been like nonfiction. Really hasn't even been like for the purpose of entertainment kind of thing. It's just been a lot of learning.
So what's your opinion on the law of attraction?
The laws of I believe in it. I believe in it wholeheartedly. You know what I mean? Like people's mindsets really play a role in what they get done in a day, in my opinion. You know what I mean? People who come in with a defeated mindset, a lot of times they beat themselves before the conditions put before them actually have. And I feel like with the law of attraction, you know what I'm saying? When you think positive, you do positive, you get positive. So, I never tried to like start a day with a defeated attitude. Like shit's fucked up every day.
Yeah.
You
I
know what
know
I'm
with
saying?
me, like even like with social media, I know like a lot of stuff be going on, even like with that Chicago shit, that girl. But I
Yeah.
feel like with me, like I don't like posting about that shit all the time. Cause I feel like that's what you put your energy towards. So
Yeah.
like, even like stuff like the hurricanes, I'm not gonna post about that shit. Like it happened, but I feel like we don't have to. Everybody don't have to post about it and talk about it. Like I don't know. I just feel like
Yeah, you know
focus
what
on
I
what you
mean?
want.
Or if we are going to talk about it, let's talk about, some of the positive aspects, or what we learned about, this whole thing. There's somebody out there who's busting ass, saving lives, getting those karma points up. You know what I'm saying? And we don't even know who that person is. There's a lot of,
Well,
there's
speaking of that, I know it was actually a UFC fighter. I think his name is Derek Lewis. I know when the Houston Hurricane, they say he saved over 100 people because he had like a big ass like a mega truck. So he was
word.
saving hella people. Yeah, Derek Lewis, he like a black guy, heavyweight for UFC.
That's tight.
Yeah, so
That's
we can
tight.
put that in there since we want to talk.
Yeah, like I like that for real. I didn't even know about that, but yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like again, it's really about mindset. You know what I mean? Like you have to believe in yourself that you can do things. You have to believe that things are for you, and you have to put yourself in a position too to receive these things. So, the law of attraction is real important foundation of how I live.
And then what would you say the keys to success are?
Um, I would say creating a plan and sticking to it, not deviating, staying focused, staying consistent.
And speaking of creating a plan, what are the goals for your career?
Um, the goals for my career right now, like it's a lot of stuff is really numbers based, but I just like the hardest thing about being a creator sometimes is like you have your thoughts, but you don't have the words for them. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of feelings. So let me think about this real quick, like how to like say what I want to do. But overall, you know, I want to be known, as a dope MC. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like personally, I want, sometime down the line, I want people arguing about, whether or not I'm in their top five. I also want to show people like, you know what I'm saying, you can rhyme and sell well and not have to, like, because it's hard to explain because like I got like several different goals, but it's all stemming from the same amounts. It's all stems from the same action. You know, from one end, like with my family, I want to show them like you don't have to work for somebody that's gonna replace you as soon as your leg break or some shit like that. Like you know what I'm saying? Like you don't
They
have
will
to go
replace your
so
ass.
hard. Like exactly. Like like bro, you don't have to do this to yourself. Like there's a way you can provide for yourself using the talents God gave you. You know what I'm saying? It's hard. You know what I'm saying? But the way I look at it, bro, it's like selling dope. Like the first few months gonna be hard. Get your clientele up, apply yourself. Then after a while, it'll get more steady. But you have to be willing to sit through that dry period for a little while, and you have to have that mental toughness. So that's one thing. That's one of my goals. Like, bro, like you can do it, whatever it is. For me, it happened to be music. You know what I'm saying? I knew I wanted to do this shit when I was 10. But you can do whatever it is. But you got to come up with a plan and stick with it. As far as like musically, as far as my fans, I want them debating on like who I like. Where I sit amongst the greats. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want. You know what I'm saying? Like I take rap super serious. You know, especially the technical aspect. You know what I'm saying? And I want to be one of the best technical writers. Period. You know what I'm saying? Like me, we're in a day and age where people don't really go platinum or stuff like that. And if they are going platinum, you're not seeing what you're supposed to see from it.
Right.
So I'm not necessarily worried about the sales. I'm worried about the impact and having a genuine fan base and being able to really like send a message, because there's a lot of people who might not be taking the path that they're supposed to be taking. Like I'm just now, feeling like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing with my life, even though what I'm saying, like I'm not as financially well off as I was, but I'm just not feeling like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And a lot of people are afraid to take that leap. I want to be able to inspire people to take that leap.
All right, wait.
Because you gotta, my bad, but you know what I'm saying? You got your whole life to go and fall back in line if shit don't work out. But you know what I'm saying? You get in line, you stay in line, you don't know what you can accomplish.
And where do you see your career 5 years from now?
To quote one of my lyrics, you know what I'm saying? They ask me what I'm doing in 5 years. I'm top 5.
All right. We're
Know what I'm
going to talk
saying?
5 years from now, see what's up. That's a bold statement.
Like, I'm calling it. Like, it's crazy. We talked about the law of attraction, just to back to it, because, there's a couple of songs on the Allure. The reason why they're there is simply because of the law of attraction. Like, the Year of the Sheep, like, that was not going to make the Allure, but the reason why I kept it is because that was the first song I sat down and like wrote when I moved back to Atlanta from being in school. And I didn't write it. It's not on paper or pen where like, it was just something I just kind of felt and happened to remember. Then, by the time I finally recorded it, I was sitting down listening back to the mix down. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Like half the shit that I rapped about back then, like actually happened from me writing it to me finally recording it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why that song stayed there. And then like, songs like Palm Trees, it's like, I'm just claiming that shit. Like I ain't never been to none of these places, but I know I'm interested in going to these places to the point where I research that shit. And once I'm there, I know how to move around because I know it's coming. So I'm gonna rap about the shit I'm gonna do because I know it's coming. You know what I mean?
Well, I say, I ain't trying to diss you or nothing, but Jay-Z was talking about that now later raps. But that's why I really like now later raps. We have rap by now, hope you get it later.
Yeah,
but that's like a lot of rappers, especially like the ones that's first starting, like to me they speak the stuff into existence. Like they don't have it when they first started. Like Jay-Z, when he did Reasonable Doubt, he didn't have the money like he had now, but he kind of spoke to existence. Like 50, Master P, like they spoke all that shit into existence. So I don't know. I think that's like the little part of hip hop we're really not focusing on. But I think like especially like even with I was saying like the negativity, like all these rappers that be talking about killing and death shit, they be dead. So
yeah.
So
For real. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I do not want that energy in my life at all. Like, bro, we
yes.
happy over here where I'm at.
All right. And what advice would you give to new artists?
Um, the advice I would give is it's like a multi-tiered lesson on consistency. Like, it'll be like, you got to be a consistent musician. You need to stay working, but at the same time, you need to be a consistent personality. You need to stay, meeting people, getting people familiar with your brand and who you are. You know what I mean? Because it seems like nowadays the younger kids having more control with like branding and using social media, but the guys like my age, where we were kind of like in the middle of the, well, you kind of in the middle of the internet development age where we just didn't really know things. A lot of us, we were just focused on there. I'm just gonna make tight raps. I'm just gonna make tight beats, and that's it. But a lot of
Yeah, we
people don't
thought
realize.
MySpace was gonna stay around.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And like what a lot of people don't realize is like music business is just that. It's music business. You know what I mean? You got the music, now you got half of that shit done.
What you think about old girl, man? That Catch Me Outside girl got a deal. And that song she came out with debuted on like number 77 on the Billboard 100. I was like, what the fuck?
Man, and you know what? I think it's crazy, but at the same time, like, bro, I can't knock her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because like, that was just something. That
Uh,
was just that TV, like her little thing on Dr. Phil. That was just some shit that just happened. Like that was some shit. Her and her family was going through, and that's how they decided to go and work on it. And the fact that it took off like that, like who are the Bergolis to not take up their
but
opportunity?
I guess what I be looking at, like, I be like, man, I think that's the problem with hip hop. I feel like we don't
Well,
have
that
gatekeepers. We
and
let
that's the
anybody get in the game.
and
Like we shouldn't
that
even let like like no bitch, like no
yeah.
bitch, you can't. Nope.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, what I'm saying? The barrier of entry has diminished significantly. But at the end of the day, the way I look at it, it's like it's just proof that there's room for people to do it. Like, it just goes back to my point. Like, bro, you can do this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, because there's no barrier to entry. There's nothing stopping you at this point,
Nope.
except for you. You know what I'm saying? If a 14-year-old girl can debut 77 on Hot 100 off of Catch Me Outside, bro, you know what I mean? It's like certain things have to play in your favor, of course, but like, you can do this shit. You know what I'm saying? You put together some dope content and you hit the ground running, and you doing and you maximizing everything you can with your social medias. You maximizing and monetizing your performances. You maximizing and on meeting people when you go out. Like, you can do that. Like, the whole shit can turn around in a year.
And then is the social media important to you?
Very, but only for like the rap shit, for real. Like, other than that, like, you know what I'm saying? I just be reading articles. I don't be on social media like that.
Yeah, to me, it's like I'm realizing that I be on there more than I should be on there. Like you said, I feel like I should just give a certain amount of time just for the business, and then any other time I should probably get off of it. Because, like I said, I
I
don't
mean,
think it's.
but it's hard though. It's the reason why people spend so much time on it. You know what I'm saying? Like me, my favorite is Instagram. Like, and I tell you why, because on Instagram,
I know
it's like
why.
you
No
walking
trip.
around with a little EPK in your pocket. You know what I mean? It's like having a little EPK in your pocket that everybody can reach. As long as they got an Instagram account. You know,
I was actually thinking about that yesterday. I was like, man, if I die, I just want people to go through my Instagram.
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you really get to know. You know what I'm saying? But um, it's like you can go like with Instagram. Like, okay, you can get new music. You find out about the new releases. You can get your news. You know what I'm saying? It's so easy. You know what I'm saying? And that's why, another piece of advice I give to artists is get your shit serviced. Like, once you put out a project that you're confident in, go ahead on CD Baby or TuneCore or whoever, whatever channel you need to, and get your shits on iTunes and Spotify and whoop de whoop, because people don't want to people don't want to have to get on their computer to download some shit. You know what I mean? Like most people's got iPhones. Get your shit on Apple Music. You'll get more plays off of that just off the strength that people can go to their iTunes and look you up. Versus, oh, well, I got to follow this link to your SoundCloud. Oh, I got to go to Bandcamp and download it. Probably pay for it, though I'm paying for this Apple Music service already. So, you know, that's I think for me, that's why social media is important, because it's the channel that people are tuned into.
Yeah, I had this rapper one time. He got upset with me because I actually interviewed him before. We was cool and everything, but he got upset with me because his album came out, and I was like, "Oh, I heard it." And he was like, "Where you heard it from?" And I was like, "On Spotify." And he was like, "I guess he was all mad because I didn't buy it." Like, nigga, I heard it on Spotify.
Like, real, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, with me, like, the only time, like, I might be expecting someone to, like, buy my physical is, like, after I don't threw down at a show. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And even then, a lot of the times, like, between your songs, you should be telling me, you know, you can find me, you know, at wootdewoot.com
But
or,
to
you
me,
know.
yeah, I'm looking at it now like the music isn't even really what people are buying. Like people buying
Yeah,
like merch and shit.
yeah,
So you should have
exactly.
clothes
People
and all
buy
that
into
shit.
the
Yeah.
brand. People buy into the personality. You know what I'm saying? Like, people's favorite musicians really don't even be that great a lot of the times at this point in life. But the thing is the story, it's the brand, the persona, and plus the extra shit that they offer outside the music, like you said, merch, you know, or visual content or whatever. Like that's why, like, like like in the early 2000s when everybody was going platinum, you seen the big budget music videos, and then like
Yeah, double CDs back then too.
it,
You ain't
it
got double
died
CDs
down
no
for a
more.
little bit. It died down for a little bit, but you see it starting to come back up because you know what I'm saying. People need that visual content. People need reasons to keep getting on YouTube and streaming that shit. You know what I mean? Because bro, I was reading this article the other day. You know, the EXO Tour Life by Lil Uzi is like total across all the platforms got like 1 billion streams,
Yeah, I
but
saw that.
yeah, but like after the money cycled through everybody, like he probably saw like under 1 million. You know what I'm saying? Or I think it was under 1 million. And then once it cycled through one more time, like paying off shit, like you know what I'm saying, he didn't see much. You know what I'm saying? This is for little fucking Uzi now. Like you know what I'm saying? You get a guy like you know what I'm saying, like Currency. You know what I'm saying? Like that's he's not going to generate 1 billion. You know, to even see some type of money like that. So you definitely always got to be working on shows, working, and really the performance is where you're gonna get your fan base. Once you get that
Yeah.
fan base, they're gonna take care of you.
Yeah, I think like you said, the music is just to build a fan base so you can do shows, and then do shows, sell your music there, and sell your
Yeah,
merchandise.
exactly. The shows is where you drive the nail on in. You know what I'm saying, and get them hooked.
All right, and what would you like to say to your fans?
Man, thank you, and I appreciate just patience and sticking with the kid. You know, just through different ups and downs, because like it was just like that's really it. Yeah, that's really it. You know, just
You
from
about to say something? Go speak your heart, man. Take him to church.
Nah, cause it's just like, man, shit just be wild sometimes. Like, all right, like, the group I was in, like, like when I relocated to Atlanta, like, I really had to take a step back and restart because I had put so much into like the brand that me and my boy was building. So once that shit went down, like we was cool and everything, but right now I don't know what we is. But you know what I'm saying? When shit went down, like, you know what I'm saying, shows started getting missed and whoop de whoop, like it was crazy. So, it was just like, like I just appreciate folks like, you know what I'm saying, allowing me to continue to hold on to certain relationships and like, you know what I'm saying, and repair that shit. And pretty much like make a redemption because like me and my group, we went out bad. Like our buzz was too big for that shit to happen. But things happen.
Yeah, what was the name of the group again?
RMVBM. It stood for Rocket Man versus Better Man.
Rocket Man versus Spider Man.
Better Man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, man. I want to say thanks for coming through politicking with me.
Man, all good, bro. For real, I appreciate you having me.
Yeah, no doubt. Anything we didn't cover you like to talk about?
Um,
Tell me your social media and everything, I guess.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, just shit. I guess my favorite song was The Allure. Let's see, what else would I want to talk? I mean, shit, we just politicking, bro.
What's your social media?
Yeah, but the social medias, man, you can find me everywhere. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at SirHopATL, SoundCloud at SirHopATL. If you go to my website, SirHopATL.com, you know, it's got all my socials on, like, you know, on a little reel. You can just kind of click and it'll take you directly to the page. But yeah, pretty much everything SirHopATL.
PoPolitickin.com.
The PoPolitickin Show is brought to you by Audible. With over 180,000 titles to choose from, Audible is great for any continuous learner wanting to grow and expand their knowledge and insight. Go to www.audibletrial.com/POAudio and get an audiobook of your choice free with a 30-day trial. After the trial, your paid membership will begin at $14.95 per month. With your membership, you will receive 1 credit every month, good for an audiobook on Audible. Cancel before your trial ends and you will not be charged. So go to www.audibletrial.com/POAudio and download a free book by Tony Robbins, Grant Cardone, Napoleon Hill, Les Brown, Damon John, and more. Always remember that knowledge is power.